Anthony Fantano. Let me just prepare for this one. All right, if y'all don't know, I am a giant Tyler, the Creator fan. Tyler, the Creator has been my favorite artist forever. I'm not one of these Igor Flower Boy bandwagons, bro. I have been a fan and I have proof. Fantano dropped a video today titled Cherry Bomb is Still Bad. Now, if y'all don't know, Cherry Bomb is one of Tyler's more disliked albums. It has some of his best songs, though. I personally believe it's definitely not on the higher end of his albums. I think it's really fucking good, though. Let's listen to this. I'm gonna try not to rage too hard.
Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. And it's time for an album revisit. We're approaching 10 years since the release of Tyler, the Creator's Cherry Bomb, which
Anthony's blowing his load kind of early on this one, you could say. I'm done. I honestly don't like Blow My Load off Cherry Bomb. I honestly don't really like that song. The beat is so good. If I listen to this song, I don't really like the like his vocals on it. I love the beat so much. Like I'll listen to that instrumental, but just not the song.
Cherry Bomb, which I have long thought is the worst record in his discography.
What? We're not starting off like that. You think Cherry Bomb is worse than Goblin and Bastard, man? Even Bastard, I guess you can make the argument, but bro, Goblin?
Now, part of the reason I wanted to revisit this record is that I thought the passage of time would maybe allow for more appreciation of its various quirks, we'll call them, mostly because the album did mark a bit of a transition point for Tyler, as immediately after he would go on to drop one of his best records ever, Flower Boy, which was really Tyler's first full bloom of maturity in his writing, in his production. And as bad as I remember some parts of Cherry Bomb being, because truth be told, I've not listened to this record in a long time.
I gave it a 3 out of 10.
I know there are elements of the album that effectively kind of set things up for Flower Boy in a way, in terms of some of the sung passages on
and Igor, bro. There's so many parts of this shit that like are so like distorted, like Igor fucking sounding, bro.
Record, some of the instrumental experiments that were a bit more jazz leaning and synth centric that he was experimenting with. So in a way, Cherry Bomb did kind of set the stage for Flower Boy, whether we like it or not. And look, it's happened to me before. Sometimes an artist turning a new leaf, trying something different, nailing down an idea they've been fiddling with on a following or a future album can sometimes make you kind of go back and listen to their older stuff where maybe they weren't pulling that same idea off as well, and now hearing them in a more fully formed state, it kind of endears you to the older stuff. So I went into this revisit with Cherry Bomb thinking there could be great potential for that, especially since Tyler creatively has been on a serious streak since the release of Flower Boy.
And I've listened to Cherry Bomb recently, like literally front to back. I think literally the other week I was like listening to Cherry Bomb front to fucking back, bro. That shit is a good album. It's a good album, bro. It's just experimental.
Because that record is great, and Igor is fantastic, and Call Me If You Get Lost and the deluxe version of that are incredible. So yeah, went back to Cherry Bomb, listened to the whole thing, and yeah, this record stinks. It
doesn't stink, bro. What the f are you talking about, bro? There's maybe okay, I'm gonna tell you all the bad songs, okay? It goes, I can probably offhand name it. Death Camp is such a good song, bro. Death Camp's great. Buffalo is good. His vocals are a little quiet on it though, so it's a little weird sometimes, but Buffalo is amazing. Pilot, one of my favorite Tyler songs of all time. Run sucks. Oh wait, is it Run next? Yeah, I know. Run sucks. Find Your Wings is fucking amazing. Cherry Bomb, I know, isn't for everybody, but it's still alright. Blow My Load is, yeah, a little weird. And then he has like fucking Smuckers and then a bunch of other like good ass songs I'm not remembering right now. And then fucking Keep the O's, which a lot of people don't like. I like the song. But besides that, you can't call that album a stinker.
Thanks. I can't stand it. I really can't. There are just so few.
It's Smuckers! Smuckers!
Redeeming quality.
Okage, California.
To this record, going back to
fucking Young Perfect.
It, I feel like it's aged worse. It sounds worse than it did when it came out. And while, yeah, it is true, there are some tracks that feel like, you know, they're going down a road instrumentally speaking, that feel very Flower Boy-esque. I'm still blown away that Tyler went from this to Flower Boy, because there's just so much that does not match up, that does not add up. There are just so many horrendous tracks, and right off the bat too, we have the song Death Camp, which instrumentally, flow-wise too, is just completely unrepentant to any
And what's wrong with it though? I don't get that.
ERD worship, but executed very, very poorly. The mix is awful. The guitars are way too distorted and burnt out. And sure, while Tyler is rapping harder and more aggressively than any moment he was on Wolf, his performance just reads like an immature regression.
I don't like to follow the rules. Yeah, I'm a rule breaker. I'm a naughty boy.
Moving on to the second track.
Some of the lines are kind of corny. Some of the lines are kind of corny. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. But like musically, it's like I'm one of the people that don't give a fuck about lyrics. To be completely honest, bro, I could give a fuck less about like what people are saying. To be completely honest, I'm all feeling. I'm all emotion. I'm all what does this song make me feel? And Death Camp makes me feel like, and then Buffalo's this cool like hip hop shit, and you just like down, and then Pilot's like, rah! You know what I mean? And then Find Your Wings is just like lounge sitting, fucking tuxedo, fucking bow tie sitting. You know what I mean? It's all feeling. You know what I mean? Fucking young. You're in like a fucking flower garden, fucking falling in love. You know what I mean? Smuckers, you just won the fucking NBA championship. It's all just feelings. You know what I mean? It's a very mixed bag of shit, but it's all feeling. You know what I mean?
Buffalo. One of the only things I have to say about this song is that I am so happy Tyler has found ways other than saying the F slur to make himself seem kind of weird and alternative and different. Some of the spacier synth passages, again, feeling like kind of a Flower Boy precursor, is the only redeeming thing about this track. Meanwhile, Pilot, immediately after this, it sounds like trash. The mix, the distortion, the vocals, the beat assembly, everything about this is awful. And
brother, Pilot is so good. What the fuck is he talking about? Pilot is one of my favorite songs of all time.
And what's worse is that it sounds like Tyler is making his music sound like shit to prove something. What he's trying to prove, I don't know. Was he tired of people liking his music? I don't know. But he really does sound like he's not in.
Was he tired of people liking his music is fucking insane.
In a great place here, because as rough around the edges and as amateurish as Tyler's and Odd Future stuff sounded previously to this, it feels like, again, it sounds 3 to 4 times worse than anything he's ever done so far, and he's just doing it for show. One thing I do take away from this track, though, is that lyrically there are themes of wanting to grow, wanting to change, wanting to escape, fly away. And given just how much of this song sonically feels buried in kind of old Tyler, and he's making it sound as awful as he is, it feels like in a way he's trying to escape from himself. Next on the song Run, all we really have are these pitch shifted raps over a very tinny beat that sounds like a total mess. I don't personally remember what I said about this track.
He didn't really talk about it besides saying the vocal processing was bad
When I originally reviewed the album, but whatever it wasn't harsh enough. Again, whatever I said in 2015, I did not go hard enough on this track. This is terrible. As far as the mixing and the
Run's pretty bad. I'll give him that. Run's pretty bad.
Distortion and the compression goes on the following Find Your Wings, we get a bit more breathing room.
Find Your Wings is so good. If he has one bad thing to say about Find Your Wings, I swear to fucking God, you melon fuck. I swear to fucking God, that is a perfect song.
The arrangements aren't the most well put together. The track is kind of like an awkward jazz moment. But even
awkward jazz moment, you're a dick sucker. You're on dick.
If this track is far from perfect, the 4 songs previous.
I love Fantana. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just a passionate Tyler Creator fan. I fuck with Fantana though. Most of his takes are like accurate, like not accurate, but like I respect what he says. I'm not one of the people that think he like lies about shit. A lot of people are like, oh, he's trolling. You know what I mean? People actually get like pissed off and stuff like that. I mean, I think most of the time, I feel like he's consistent. You know what I mean? He's consistent with what he believes, and I fuck with that.
lyrics to this
But as of right now, go fuck yourself.
make this cut feel like a stroke of musical genius, like a pinnacle of soul rap jazz fusion. So I guess at least it is the best sounding song on the record so far. And once again, in the lyrics, there are themes of flying away and escape. We are thrown back into the trenches, though, on the title track, which is essentially if Trying Too Hard were a song. At least when Tyler was bringing that edgy, mischievous scamp energy on projects like Goblin at the time, it felt authentic. Here it just kind of feels like a
Smokers easily top Cherry Bomb, but what are the best? I'm gonna give my, like, I don't know. Smokers was probably my favorite. I love Pilot. I know it's probably not the best though. Perfect used to be my favorite Tyler Creator song of all time. Literally, Perfect used to be my favorite song. The second half of fucking Young Guy.
put on. The following Blow My Load, though, which is not a title I'm excited to say. Yeah, this track is definitely an improvement on a lot of what the record has offered so far, and with it being almost 10 years since this record came out, I can better see what Tyler was going for here, especially since on subsequent albums, he's pulled off this very same vibe much better.
Y'all aren't fucking Tyler Creator fans like me, bro. I remember, well, technically, I'll give my brother credit for this, because my brother was into him, and I was just kind of like the little bro, like, wanted to be into this shit, you know what I mean? But, bro, I remember my brother getting the fucking Cherry Bomb CD with the fucking pissy pants cover, bro. I remember, what, I would have been fucking 10, 9. I would have been, how old was I in 2015? It was, like, early 2015. I was, like, about to turn 10, bro. And I'm seeing this fucking Pissy Pants album cover, and it's fucking Tyler Creator, bro. I was there for this, bro. I'm an OG. Fuck y'all Igor fans.
You get these grimy, synthy, horny-brained, soft rap.
You did not just use that as an adjective.
Much better. You get these grimy, synthy, horny-brained...
Brother.
Soft raps, which again is something that I think he pulled off on Call Me If You Get Lost with a lot more finesse. And look, even with it being as rough pulled off on Call Me If You Get...
I did not like this cover at first. I fucking love this cover now, dude. I love this cover. What do you guys think of Group B from Tyler? Fire as fuck. So good. I like this Tyler cover so much. I used to not like it. I honestly like this one more than the Estate Sale cover. Like, I like this white back. I like it. I like it a lot, to be honest. I really like that cover.
You Get Lost with a lot more finesse. And look, even with it being as rough as it sounds, especially with guys like Dame Funk in the mix, he doesn't sound too bad. The following two-seater is a highlight on the record for a lot of the same reasons too. But Tyler goes right back.
I forgot about two-seater. Holy shit, two-seater's on here. You cannot say this album's bad, bro. It's fucking two-seater, bro.
Back into very poor, very subpar Pharrell and Clips worship on the following The Brown Stains of Dark East.
Oh, I forgot about that song. That song's alright. It's pretty good, though.
Latifah featuring Schoolboy Q. And look, I'll be honest, this is maybe the most listenable banger on the entire record. Again, not perfect, and it sort of seems like a bit of a sloppy trace job in terms of Tyler borrowing from his influences so heavily, but the rapping isn't half bad. The production isn't complete garbo. So in this pocket of the record, we have a nice little three-track run, but that's kind of combo broken by the following Fucking Young, which, talk about awkward. I forgot about how bad this track was, because honestly, in retrospect, knowing that the narrative of this song sees Tyler like rejecting the girl he's singing about, I kind of wanted to remember it in a way that was like, you know, maybe better and more well-meaning than it actually is. But no, this is essentially a song about being in love with an underage girl.
I thought he was going to say that. It is the morality of it is a little strange. But then again, it's like you have to keep that same energy when on Goblin and Bastard, he was literally talking about fucking R-wording and M-U-R-D-ing women. You know what I mean? Like, we got to keep that same energy, bro. Because if it's like, it's not really different because he's fucking like just singing about it now. Like, he's always talked about fuck shit. And he was still on that type of time on Cherry Bomb. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I don't know, dude. I don't think the guy's a fucking
but yeah.
P-word.
Yeah, I feel like this track is a show of a couple of things. Like many other tracks here, it is proof of how far Tyler has come in terms of just bringing some skilled instrumental finesse to the table, but it's also proof of how much he has matured as a writer over the years too. Because again, even if he is rejecting the advances of this girl and kind of dousing water on the flames of his love, he's still kind of going on about temptation vis-a-vis her on the track, and the whole thing kind of reads like a where there's smoke, there's fire type moment. The following track, Smuckers, considering this one features not only Lil Wayne, but Kanye West too, should not have come out to be such a mess, especially
This dude is not about to talk shit about Smuckers. This dude is not about to talk shit about Smuckers, bro. There's no shit.
with a lot of the horns on the back end, kind of burying a lot of what Tyler and Wayne are saying lyrically. Again, not a well-mixed track, but it's far from the worst sounding cut on the record. Meanwhile, Keep the O's is so horrible and messy and just proof of Tyler's inability to arrange an instrumental at the time. I must have just wiped this track from my memory, and
Bro, the second part of Keep the O's is fire. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, the first part's a little weird. I mean, it's cool, but then when it's like dun 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 dun, at the second part, bro, listen to the second part of Keep the O's, bro. That shit is so
I'm going to do that again after this video. Then from here we have a kind of Flower Boy-esque closer, which is passable, is fine relative to the rest of the record. Again, there's nothing on this album, honestly, that is great or stand out or...
What? There's nothing great. Smuckers isn't great. Fucking Two Seater isn't great. Fucking Death Camp isn't great. Fucking Pilot isn't great. Fucking, what are you talking about?
Incredible. It's just all kind of relative. Some songs are the worst and suckiest and most annoying tracks Tyler has ever come up with, and others are tolerable and have a few elements that are kind of worth complimenting. But yeah, Tyler, the creator, Cherry Bomb, revisiting this one, it was not pretty. It's not good in Tyler's catalog. It's not good generally. But look, I don't think Tyler, once again, would be where he is today without making this album. So at the very least, we can thank it for that. And I think I'm going...
Damn, bro. Damn. Cherry Bomb just catch the most unnecessary strays of its fucking life, dude. Whatever. I mean, I think it's good. Whatever. I don't think it's bad. I still like it, but I don't know. Thanks, Fantano, for the video and your beautiful bald head.